Hey boys, welcome back to some Ashes cricket, and it's going to be a brand new series on the channel. As the title will suggest, it's going to be a Steven Smith career mode, the return of Steve Smith. And as you see here, the calendar date, 29th of March 2019. That is the day that the ban ended for Smith. And I was thinking about not actually playing some international games for a little bit, but I thought, I mean, there's not really much point in just sort of skipping them. I thought, you know what, I mean, they'll probably, I don't know what they're going to do in real life with Smith. He's going to come into the team for sure. And, you know, some T20 matches against New Zealand, it's probably a pretty good time to bring him back, get sort of amongst the boys again, get a feel for some internationals. So yeah, we're gonna be versing New Zealand, which, you know, a pretty well, not a fitting match up, I guess, but it's a good matchup. Oz New Zealand, the old rivalry. It's at New Zealand, so Smithy and David Warner is in the team as well. Both going to be in for a fair bit of stick in this as we come out here with the 24.5 average. No, not the best figures in T20, but not terrible. Smith hasn't played like that many internationals probably, but first ball, dot ball, beautiful stuff. Just leaving it. We are playing, as you would have seen there, playing on the hardest batting difficulty. Like I always have, I got the gameplay modifiers, the pace up, and yeah, not really much else talk about in the game sense, but yeah, it's gonna be a fun series. I was gonna just keep going with the batting career mode, but I thought, you know what, let's do something a little different. I wanted to get back into a series, and you know, I thought this would be a sort of good way to sort of have a batting career mode, but also a little bit more of intrigue with the return of Steve Smith. Obviously, yeah, basically, for those that don't know, I just went to, when you start the career, you can go to calendar and you simulate to a selected date. So that's pretty much what I did. I just simulated to around that date of March 2019. I was a little worried that potentially we might not get picked for teams, because obviously, I don't know, I think it says that the AI just play through the Steve Smith character, I guess, on the game, which I guess makes sense, so they just sort of play the natural thing. But yeah, we're back in. Also not the captain. That was sort of another thing. I'm not sure when I get the choice to be captain. I'm personally, I don't think, I honestly, I actually don't know what Cricket Australia are gonna do with Smith, if they're going to appoint him captain. Obviously not straight away, but if he's going to regain that, I don't know. I personally, I don't think it's a good idea, but they could. But on the game here, I don't know. I think I probably will, just for the fact that I can then choose the team, so I can make the team more realistic to how it would be in real life. That's probably the only reason why I'll do that, because there's no other real reason. I mean, I guess I select the if we battle bowl first, and declaring in certain situations, but you know, I just simulate to the batting. I don't select the bowlers and all that sort of good stuff. So there's no real difference. I think it's probably better to be the captain, so I can make the teams more realistic. But yeah, there's gonna be some good stuff coming up. Obviously, there's a few internationals here. I think we got a one-day series against New Zealand as well, and then pretty soon, a couple of months' time, there's going to be the Ashes over in England. So that is something to definitely look forward to on this Steve Smith career mode. Hopefully, we can you know, get back to the form he was in before, you know, the issues, and yeah, try to win the Ashes over in England. But right here, we're playing pretty well. Fairly standard T20 innings from Smith at the moment. He is a guy that, unless the situation dictates, he can come out and blast straight away. But being at number 3, batting first, he's not going to get off to An absolutely ridiculous start, like David Warner up the other end, 35 over 18. So it's fitting that we're both out here batting together, and this is almost run ourselves out. Good throw, direct hit. We would have been absolutely gone, as that's a ripping ball. Tim Southey just getting a little bit off the pitch there. It does look a little greenish, a little green tinge. So the pace is early. They did get one early wicket, but it's been a nice little, nice little fight back from myself and Warner. So yeah, 1 for 55 into the 7th over. The power play has finished. They've still got only the 2 men out, which is, I mean, it's probably fair enough for us at the moment. And that's a beautiful shot that time. Again, he was trying to hit that line and length on around off stump, which had us in a bit of trouble, but that time we just played through the line and through that gap at cover point. Beautiful, beautiful shot. As this one is going to be squirted away for a single in the deep. So decent start as we we don't need any runouts. Don't need any runouts here as I move on to 23. But yeah, I'm excited for the series. I think it'll be good, and I think it'll be a fun little series in the lead up to Cricket 19 and some info on that and all that sort of good stuff. So yeah, I was gonna say, like, let me know what you guys think, but I'm probably not, like, the spin bowling cream mode, probably not gonna return to that one. It's just a matter of, like, I've played a lot of episodes of that now. Don't really have the desire to go back at the moment to that. And the batting career mode, it's fairly new into that. I'm not that, I guess, keen on that as well. Potentially, I guess things can change, but this just has a little bit more interest for me, with some exciting stuff in the lead up. And also, I actually don't know if, like, the 1 day equivalent of the World Cup will be on the career mode here. I'm not actually too sure, as unfortunately we're gonna get out for 26. A well worked 26 off 21. We look good, only the 3 boundaries, but it was a pretty solid knock. Just couldn't really get on with it. Right here, banged in short. It was pretty quick. Got up, tried to play it through that region there, and it just it got nowhere. Just lobbed straight to him. So yeah, unfortunately not the greatest, and it looks like New Zealand are going to chase this down fairly comfortably. They do win by 7 wickets with, well, actually they got it off the last ball, 3 for 199, Raval then 90, David Warner got 90, so pretty tight. I think it's going to be a good series. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this series. Make sure to like if you do, and I'll see you in the next one.